Owner Chad has allowed his 3 best friends, Lucas, Judge, and Roman, to take over the household, much to his wife Melissa's dismay.
It's disgusting.
Roman's anxious habits are getting on everyone's nerves.
Oh, well, he's peeing.
Oh,
now
he is?
he is.
Oh, good.
1-year-old Sarah is caught in the middle.
That's not a good thing.
Yep, that's not a good thing.
That one.
It's up to Victoria to manage 3 unruly Mastiffs
You might be 170 pounds, Roman, but I'm winning this war.
and 1 extremely lazy owner
You've got to listen now. What will it take?
before this family falls apart.
If you were my husband, you'd be out.
Victoria Stillwell has nearly 14 years of experience training dogs in Great Britain and the United States. Today, she's on her way to help the Sanders family with their 3 dogs.
Dogs are curious animals and need to be exposed to a wide range of experiences. But if you don't give your pet the socialization it needs to develop healthy behaviors, your dog will become unconfident and possibly dangerous.
My name is Chad, and I live here with my wife, Melissa, and my 1.5-year-old daughter, Sarah Kate. And we have 3 Mastiffs. The oldest one is Judge, the middle one is Lucas, and the youngest is Roman.
The current situation is ridiculous. Chad thinks that dogs are people too, so he tends to let the dogs do things that I would think that most dog owners shouldn't allow their dogs to do.
Before she can help the Sanders get control, Victoria needs to observe the situation for herself.
Come on, guys, come on. Hello.
Hello. Wow.
Yeah, Victoria, I'm Chad.
Wow.
And this is
Hello.
Melissa, and this is Sarah.
Hello. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, slobber.
Do you want to
Come on through here,
over
Victoria.
in here?
You'll be
Yes.
safer over here.
Sorry.
Come on.
I just got a whole bit of
Did you?
Mastiff slobber in my mouth. I had slobber all over me, on my pants and on my sweater, everywhere. So, wow.
Yes.
3 Mastiffs.
3 Mastiffs,
How old is she?
a baby,
And a
16
baby?
months
16 months.
yesterday. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's Judge, and he's gonna be 9 on Christmas, and Lucas, the middle one, is 6. And
Okay.
Roman is the
2.
terrible 2.
Yeah.
Do you walk them?
It's impossible now to walk them. We haven't done it for a couple of years.
Stop it right there. You're telling me you haven't walked these dogs for a couple of years?
Roman is impossible, and Sarah was born, so it just kind of became chaotic.
Chad's full of excuses.
And then we misplaced a couple of like the kind of choke collars. So that was another reason. So
Excuses and excuses and excuses. There are no excuses not to walk the dogs. It's just pure and utter laziness.
As they head into the bedroom, Victoria gets a second enthusiastic greeting from Roman.
Oh, well, he's peeing.
Oh, he is?
Yes.
oh, good. Yeah, they come inside. That's not a good thing.
Yep.
That's not a good thing.
That one goes into the washing.
That one's definitely.
Yeah.
Roman does urinate on the floor. It's dangerous because of Sarah being in there, and I'll pick her up and we'll go to another room because it's so unsafe.
As Chad takes care of the dogs, Melissa is left to take care of the mess.
Does this happen every day or only when you have guests?
Only when we have guests.
Only when you have guests. Who wanted these dogs?
Chad.
Chad wanted the dogs.
Chad. We got Judge, and I woke up one morning to Chad knocking on the door with a puppy in his arms. But then Lucas was a 45-minute discussion in a pet store. But then Roman was another surprise for me. I came home from work, and there was a little Neapolitan Mastiff running across the front yard to greet me. He said, "You can't say no, I just bought you a new car."
Buy her a new car, butter her up a little bit, and then get another dog.
Right. I was not very happy about it. I didn't exactly want 3 big dogs, but I am the one taking most of the responsibility for them. So I am a little resentful of that. And also the other day, for the first time, he told me that he wouldn't mind having a 4th. Just so you know.
Another one?
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
Melissa seems to be putting up with a lot. She's saying no to all these dogs, yet they keep on coming. Chad just gets his way every single time.
But Melissa's biggest concern of all is the safety of her daughter, Sarah Kate.
Sarah likes to be in the bed with us, but the problem is the dog's on the bed. I'm afraid they're gonna hurt her, so I don't feel safe doing it. The dogs have done some things where Sarah's been involved that are very scary to me. Lucas has like barked at her twice that I can think of.
Do they sleep with you then?
Yes, they do sleep with us. Absolutely. Melissa does not like the dogs in the bed. I care for them so much. They're such a part of the family. I want them to be comfortable.
So she doesn't seem to like that very much.
Right.
No.
I know,
It's not.
It's difficult, isn't it, sharing a bed with 3 huge, great big dogs? I know. I feel your pain. There are 3 dogs in this household that have combined weight of over 500 pounds and a little 16-month-old girl who is in danger of being knocked down or worse. This is a serious situation.
The dogs are also an unwelcome presence in the kitchen, where Melissa's attempts to keep them out have failed.
I see you've got 2 baby gates here.
I do not like the gates. There are times when the baby gates don't work for Roman because he has figured out how to open them. He'll sit there and nudge them with his nose until it pops open, and then he forces his way through it.
Chad, however, feels that the dog's gate-opening antics are worthy of reward.
See how good they are? You know, he eats his thing. He doesn't chase after it. He doesn't come crazy. And Judge, are you interested, Judge? Okay, you can have one. I've always fed dogs leftover food from our table. Feed them anytime, in the kitchen, anywhere.
I have seen her a couple times, like, offer him something, and he'll open his mouth like this, and then she'll try to put it back in hers.
Do you and Chad argue about this?
We do argue about it quite a bit, but, you know, it seems that he wins out most of the time.
Melissa and Chad obviously love each other, but there are problems where the dogs are concerned, and it doesn't seem to be well balanced. There doesn't seem to be a fair exchange.
One thing Chad and Melissa do agree on is Roman's desperate need of a bath, but that has proven extremely difficult thanks to Roman's fear of water.
Romy, come here. Come here. Come here. Come on.
Ooh.
Come on, Romy. It's okay. Come on. Come on. Oops. Come on, Romy. It's a good doggy. Yeah, he is. He's such a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, he is. He's a good doggy. It's okay. He just goes berserk. I have to keep a chain on him. And so, I mean, it's very difficult to wash him. So what I've done is, of course, like just everything else, when it's difficult, I don't do it.
Roman is stinky, plus he sheds a lot. So it's important that Chad is able to bathe him.
Another difficult chore Chad has given up is walking.
Chad is very intimidated by getting these dogs out on a leash, so I just wanted to see how bad they were.
If we let Roman outside, goodbye. See you later. Hopefully you don't get hit by a car. Chad will be running for a long time, and then he'll bark at me when I try to get him back in. When Victoria said that she wanted to actually see us take the dogs for a walk, the first thing that came to mind was, what's gonna happen? How are we gonna do it?
He's a little freaked out, especially if the wind blows and blows the leaves.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more apparent to me that he's just an anxious dog.
Let's turn around anyway.
Okay, come on, guys.
Let's turn around.
Come on, Lucas.
Come on, Lucas, come on, Rose. This is not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Judge, you're so good.
These dogs have never been walked. All that fuss for precisely nothing. That was one of the most peaceful dog walks I've ever been on.
This was not outrageous. I thought this was gonna be Roman taking me around the neighborhood. It was a shock to me that he wasn't really trying to pull me.
You were saying it was okay because you've never done it before.
Yeah.
Right. So that was a shock to you that it actually was okay? Chad has, in a word, been incredibly lazy with his dogs. And he has not been a responsible dog owner. There's no use in just getting dogs and then hoping that your significant other is gonna do all the work. He needs to step up to the plate. He needs to do the work. He needs to recognize where he's going wrong, and I'm gonna be the one to tell him.
Coming up,
I think you need a dose of reality.
Victoria zeroes in on the source of the trouble.
You should be listening to your wife.
But is Chad willing to change?
If you were my husband, you'd be out. Out. Wow, whoa.
Victoria has spent a day observing the massive problems Melissa and Chad's 3 Mastiffs are causing in their home.
This is urine here.
Yeah, this is urine.
Now, she wants to sit down with the couple and discuss what she has seen.
I'm full of slobber. Urine has gone on my boots, and that's what you live with every day.
Yes.
It's a constant.
Chad, I don't understand how you can manipulate so well to get these animals into your house and then not do that much work with them. I believe that when you get an animal and you're bringing it to be part of the family, you have to respect the rest of your family's views about getting that dog. Yet you seem to have got really impulsive, really in the moment, and then I'm gonna bring the dog home, she's gonna see the dog, and it's almost like you're lost in all of this unreality, and then bang!
Yes.
You got 3 dogs. You said it. That's exactly it. impulse control issues.
I really just didn't think it was going to be that big of a thing bringing the third dog in.
I think you need a dose of reality. Because you are actually feeding and enabling their behaviors. And you have a nervy dog in Roman. I think it's some sort of an anxiety excitement. Mm-hmm. It's a nervous excitement.
Right.
That's what it is. Let's just talk about feeding time. Mm-hmm. Having the dogs around the table, having Sarah feed the dogs, they're slobbering over her hand, she's going and picking another food. Do you know that a child or an adult can get E. coli and salmonella from saliva, and they can kill, especially children?
Right.
Your idea of a fourth dog, if you were my husband, you were a fourth dog, you'd be out. Out.
Yep.
So listen to her.
I'm gonna listen
She
to her.
says no more dogs. Say it, Melissa.
Yes, absolutely. No more dogs.
No more dogs.
What makes me worried is, are you just sitting there going, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I am like this. Yeah, totally. But you're not really listening to me.
No, I really am listening to you. And I'm committed to making the changes.
But wait a second. Melissa.
Yes.
Have you told him all this before?
I have. Absolutely. Yes.
Why did you not listen to her? Why is it taking me coming in here to get this through to you when you should be listening to your wife?
Well, Melissa gives me really good advice about not going out and getting other animals, but you haven't really been too much about...
Wait, but you go out and get him anyway.
Well, I haven't done it in a couple of years.
Wow. If you want these 3 dogs in your home, you are now going to step up to the plate, take responsibility, and do the stuff you need to do with these dogs to make their lives better.
Let's do it. Okay.
Most of the dog's issues can be translated right back to Chad. If he is not committed with the training, if he doesn't work, nothing is going to change.
Victoria's first order of business is to slowly introduce Roman to the world beyond his backyard.
Walking training is so much more than just teaching Roman how to walk on a leash. I want to show him the outside world. Whoa, no way. For 2 years, Roman has been inside this house from Chad's sheer laziness. What's that? Good boy. So I want you to try and understand what his senses are going through right at this moment. Because
You can see he's nervous and he's anxious.
yeah, he's hearing things that he's never heard before. He's seeing things he's never seen before. It's getting him used to coming out here, and then it's leash training him.
Okay.
It's telling him this is the appropriate way to
do
walk
it.
on a leash.
Okay.
He's still darn strong, though.
I thought that Victoria was absolutely going to be pulled down by Roman.
If he pulls me, I'm going to stop, and I'm not going to do anything.
Okay.
Good boy. Anytime the leash is relaxed, you praise. Taking your dog for a walk like this is going to mean less pee-pee in the house.
Oh, yeah.
If you give an anxious dog exercise, dog's less stressed.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-mm. He's not going anywhere until he relaxes on the leash.
Right.
I was concerned for the majority of the walk that Roman was going to pull Victoria down.
You might be 170 pounds, Roman, and I'm 110 pounds. But I'm winning this war. Good boy. Good. Let's go.
Roman is determined to pull away,
We're gonna keep going round in circles, buddy.
but Victoria doesn't budge. And eventually, he starts to catch on.
Now he's getting into it. I like a loose leash. That's what I want. Good boy.
I was very impressed at how well the walk went with Victoria and Roman.
Rumps, come on.
But if he's pulling you too much, don't allow that.
Rumps, come here. Good boy.
Good. Say, let's
dog.
go.
Let's go.
That's it. Good.
Let's go, Romy. Come on.
It was fantastic to see Roman actually get adjusted to the leash training and to see him exploring the neighborhood and getting out.
So from now on, no more isolation for this dog.
Nope.
Every day he's gonna come out for a walk.
Okay.
My greatest fear is that Chad is not going to follow through with this, so I am hesitant of him keeping up with the training.
Coming up,
Nope, Judge.
Chad tries to take control,
Come here, Judge.
but is he up to the task?
Come here, Judge.
I like a loose leash. That's what I want.
Victoria Stillwell has been working with Chad and Melissa to reintroduce their problem Mastiff Roman to the outside world. Now, she wants to address Roman's overbearing behavior at the front door.
When I first came through the door, not only were you having to pull Roman back.
Hello. Hi.
How are you?
Wow.
But when I came in, there was pee. I think that he's peeing because he gets nervous, but also he gets excited because he hasn't had a lot of exposure when he was young to new people. So the excitable pee is going to lessen a lot more when his life experience changes.
Roman is basically unconfident. But if you give him a ritual that he has to perform every single time somebody new comes to the door, he's not going to get nervy anymore, and he's not going to pee.
The first stage is to get Roman just to wait so he doesn't charge out the door.
Okay.
I am a little anxious because I'm not sure what Roman's going to do.
I'm going to just open the door.
Okay.
Back.
Roman is a big, heavy, pretty willful dog, but I wanted to claim my space at the door, and I did that using body blocking.
Stay. Stay.
You can see him thinking.
So I'm just going to go out. Stay. And I'm going to ring the doorbell. Stay.
When I rang the bell, Judge and Lucas, who were actually behind the baby gate in the kitchen, started to bark. The barking riled Roman up as well, but it was really important that I keep my cool and keep doing what I was doing.
Stay. 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 Gonna ring it again. Stay. Stay. Good.
I'd almost have to say that's like a magic trick.
Roman's next challenge is to stay equally calm when a guest arrives.
Bear in mind that when this person comes, just because Roman hasn't been exposed to a lot of people, he still might pee.
Okay.
Chad, now you're going to take over.
Okay, sounds good.
So take it away.
Okay.
When I come over to ring the doorbell or whatever else, Roman just goes nuts.
Roman? Roman? Over here. Please provide me some space. How are you today? Stay.
Chad talks
Come here. No,
and talks
I think we need to switch places.
and talks to Roman, as if Roman is a human being.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Okay, too much talk.
Okay.
And I'm saying you're confusing him. If you want him to do something, make it easy for him to understand.
Sit.
Make sure that you use a very simple word
Stay.
and use it once.
Come on in, Matt. Stay. Thank you. How you doing? Good. What's going on?
While Chad took some time to get a handle on the technique, Roman's performance has been impressive.
Roman was incredible today. I mean, it was a huge difference.
Now he is peeing again a little bit, but I knew that he would.
The fact that Roman peed so little gives me hope that in the future, when more and more guests come through that front door, it's going to be no big deal. He's not going to feel the need to pee.
With Roman showing more self-control at the front door, Victoria wants to teach Chad a little restraint as well.
When the family's eating, Roman especially is at the table, slobbering over the food, getting fed by Chad, slobbering over Sarah's hand when she hands him a treat. Disgusting.
I'm with Melissa on this one. When you are eating, or when Sarah Kate is here eating, no dogs in the kitchen at any time.
Yes, okay.
The baby gate still plays an important role, especially when Sarah Kate's in the kitchen, but I want to train the dogs that they have to stay out of the kitchen without the baby gate being there.
Now, Melissa, I want you to start preparing food. I'm going to keep the dogs out of here. Whilst you're preparing, keep an eye on what I'm doing. Chad, keep an eye on what I'm doing.
Okay.
Using body blocking, Victoria draws a line in the hallway that the dogs cannot cross.
Chad, I want you to take a step back.
Okay.
Melissa, pretend that you're here by yourself.
Okay.
You're cooking. You don't want the dogs in.
Okay.
I'm going to stand next to you.
Okay.
You control it. Tell him to stay. Stay.
Sit. Good boy.
You can tell him to lie down.
Down. Good boy. Stay. Stay.
After a few reinforcements, the dogs stay out of the kitchen on their own accord.
It was great to have the dogs sitting outside of the kitchen area while I was cooking. That's gonna make my life a lot easier. Oh, that's so difficult for them because that smells so good.
Melissa's got the technique down pat, but when it's time to sit down, it's Chad's turn to enforce the new rules.
Nope, Judge. Back. Judge, come on. Judge, come here. Come here, Judge. Come here, Judge. Come on, big boy. I know you're. Come here, Judge.
Oh, it's all right. It's all right. You don't have to fight them.
Okay.
Don't challenge. Come on, say all
Come on,
right.
guys.
We're all going out.
Come
on, guys.
good boy.
Come back and tell them to stay.
Stay.
Body blocking works pretty well with these dogs, but they're big dogs. They can get past. If they do, they'll just go very calmly into the kitchen and get them to go out again.
How does this feel for you, Melissa? Fantastic. It feels incredible to be able to do this.
Hey, Rose.
Having won the battle in the kitchen, now Victoria wants to conquer Roman's colossal fear of water.
Come on.
These gloves are great because what they do is they sort of massage as well as taking hair out.
Yeah.
But also, what we're going to do in the end, we're going to get them wet.
Okay.
I use gloves to begin with that are especially designed for washing and grooming a dog.
Good boy, Wumps.
Yeah.
Good dog.
I showed Roman and then I stroked him. No big deal.
I'm going to go over to the pail.
Okay.
I then went over with one glove, dipped my hand into the warm water, came back to where Roman was and started to groom him again.
He's like, ooh, something's different.
You're getting the dog used to having the wet feeling on his skin.
Right.
So I'm going to go over to the water again.
Okay. Good boy.
I repeated this a couple of times and then I got Chad to do it.
Oh, you're so good.
And we kept on doing this, getting closer and closer to the pail of water until we were right next to the pail of water and put wet on his back.
No big deal.
So he's pretty wet now.
He's very wet. He's fully wet. You just got your first mini bath.
Chad seems to be very confident in his abilities to do the training, but I wonder if he really will follow through.
Coming up, Melissa wants the dogs off the bed,
Roman.
but Roman isn't giving an inch.
It will be a battle between us.
Victoria Stillwell has been giving Chad Sanders some new strict boundaries.
No dogs in the kitchen at any time.
Now, she wants Chad to continue his work in socializing Roman with the outside world.
Socialization should happen when the dog's a puppy. And of course, if you don't do it when the dog's a puppy, then the dog starts to see people and starts to fear people.
Right.
Roman hasn't received any socialization to other people or to other dogs, and that potentially could be dangerous. We already know he's a little nervous. You don't want a big dog like that becoming fearfully aggressive.
I had just have two people to begin with. They're just going to walk past, say hi, and you're going to praise him. If everything's okay, then they're going to come up and greet you.
Come on, Rob. Let's go.
Don't let him pull you.
My honest thought was, oh no, here we go.
Hi, Chad.
Hey, Mike, long time.
Tell him good boy.
Good boy, good boy.
Good.
Good boy, Roman. When the first walker actually came by, I was shocked because he did not lunge, try to pull me in that direction. I'm just ecstatic.
He's a walkable dog now.
Yeah,
He really is.
yeah.
With the amount of socialization they've done, Roman could have turned into a very, very unconfident dog that could be threatened to the point of aggression. But fortunately, Roman loves people, and that's great.
Hey there, how are you?
Hi.
Good boy, Roman. Good boy.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
With Roman looking more and more confident, the next step is to allow him to greet.
Hey guys, how are y'all?
How are you?
Hey, Roman. That is a good dog, Rom.
Yeah, and
You
you
got
plenty
some
of
friends.
praise from
Yeah.
him.
Good dog, Roman.
Roman did seem very social with the people along the walk. He handled it very well. He did great.
A sociable dog.
Very sociable.
Yes.
Yes, utopia.
Utopia, love it.
It's time that Roman really start learning about the world, and it's up to Chad and Melissa to help him do that.
Back inside, Victoria wants to implement new ground rules in the bedroom.
From now on, when you are on this bed, no dogs, nothing, at any time, ever.
Okay.
How's that?
It's good.
Is it really?
Is that a permanent thing, though?
It's a permanent thing, I'm telling you.
I like
Permanent,
the new
permanent?
sheriff
No,
that's
I'm
in
telling you
town.
it's permanent.
They've been in that bed for 9 and 6 years, respectively, and it just kills me when I see them that they want to get in, and I have to say no.
So what I teach the dogs, I teach them to get off on a command.
Victoria will work with each dog separately, but due to his arthritis, Judge will sit this one out.
I'm going to train Lucas now to get off the bed.
Okay.
Okay? I want these dogs to love getting off this bed.
Yeah.
More than they like getting on it.
Right.
Hey, come on. Oh, what a good boy. Off. Very good boy.
Lucas.
What a good boy. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay? And it keeps you safe. Mastiffs are so big, they're so heavy, there's so much stress on the joints already that I don't want to go too far with this training.
But before Lucas gets a break, it's time for Chad to try.
Lucas off.
Good boy.
Now, lots of cuddles and attention.
Boy, Lucas.
Beautiful.
Good doggy.
Now, Victoria wants to try the same process with Roman.
All right, so now he's got on by himself, okay? Same thing, just tell him to get off. Roman, off. Good boy.
Good
Do you
boy,
like it?
Roman.
I don't keep on telling him off, off, off. He was like, I don't know, what do you want me to do? I should have stay there. Stay pointing.
Okay.
You don't want the dog to think that a command or a cue is a repeated word. You want the dog to take action as soon as you say something.
Then it's Melissa's turn.
Off. Roman. Just point and look where you're pointing, say nothing. Now, wait. Wait, and don't look at him.
Okay. Roman took a little bit longer to get off for me. I do think that it will be a battle between us.
So, now because he's whining, I don't want him to get anxious. Get down on the ground. Okay. There, come, okay? Get down on the ground. There you go. And show him that you've got the food in your hand. There. Good.
Good boy.
Good. He was confused. Your energy and your movement can help propel the dog.
Okay.
I think Chad is going to struggle very much with not having the dogs in the bed. Can he manage it? I don't think so.
While Chad tries to live up to the challenge, Victoria has a clever tool to help clean up the mess the dogs have left on the bed.
It's a Pledge fabric sweeper. And what you do is just by little strokes like that, you sweep the pet hair off. And all the pet hair in the end gets contained in here, and then you just chuck it away. So, try it out.
Amazing.
Good.
Now that, look at that.
That's beautiful.
It's amazing.
It's much better in 2 or 3 minutes.
That is disgusting.
It is disgusting. It is.
I'm going to leave you for a while, and you have a lot to do. You now know that a lot of the nervous anxiety that Roman's feeling is down to you.
Right.
I'd like you to be walking this dog at least 45 minutes a day.
Okay.
Then you have to come back, and you have to take Lucas and Judge out.
Absolutely.
Are you going to be able to do that?
I am absolutely going to do it.
Okay.
I am a little concerned that I'm not going to have Victoria to rally around me.
Bye, guys. See you.
Thank you. It is going to be more of a challenge dealing with Chad without her by my side. I think that he's going to be the weak link here.
Coming up,
Well, just good boys.
Chad ignores the rules
Good doggy, Lucas.
and pays the price.
Come on.
Bye, guys.
Victoria Stillwell has left Chad and Melissa for a few days to continue training on their own. As Victoria suggested, Chad and Melissa have reinstalled the baby gate while Sarah Kate is in the kitchen.
Good dogs.
The kitchen has been absolutely perfection.
All I know is it's a lot more peaceful in here than it used to be, isn't it?
With the gate up, we just leave them outside of the gate. Roman has tried to come through a couple of times, but he understands what we want.
Back. Back.
Back. Back. Good boy. Back.
No dogs in the kitchen.
Melissa is definitely much more pleased now that we've got the kitchen under control because it's not only more sanitary, but it's also a safer condition for Sarah.
Oh, Lucas, you want to eat? Come on.
At the dog's mealtime, Chad appears to be heeding Victoria's call to take charge.
I think Chad has taken on more of a leadership role with the dogs. So I think he's definitely putting forth his best efforts.
Later in the week, Victoria checks in on the couple's progress.
I'm eager to see if Chad and Melissa have kept up with their homework.
This is the magic glove. The magic glove, Roman.
Good boy, Romes. Good boy. Yes. Look at that dog.
As far as washing Roman, I was real surprised. He took right to it. His anxiety towards water has really improved. And now I feel confident that, I can absolutely bathe him.
Come here. Good boy.
Well done, Chad. By the looks of things, I would never even guess that Roman was ever afraid of water.
That afternoon, the couple invites a friend over, and it's a chance to work with Roman at the front door.
Hold on, Romes. Come on, Romes. Come on, Roman. Good boy, Roman.
Sit.
Sit.
That's it, Chad. Claim your space.
Sit, Judge. Oh, God.
Mike will be with you in a minute.
A couple of things that probably haven't worked out as well as we thought has been the door training. And it's probably been because we haven't had a lot of repetition, so we need to work on that.
Not a lot of repetition. I told you to practice training regularly.
Stay.
Stay.
Stay. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Chad.
Come on in. Roman.
And then
Just close the door behind you.
and we just talk.
There's. Nope. Just turn around if you. There we go. Roman.
How do you expect Roman to improve if you don't practice more? You need to do this as much as possible so that Roman sees guests as no big deal.
After his quick visit, Roman gets a chance to explore the neighborhood with Chad.
Walking's been going great. Roman is, loving learning about his new surroundings. I think the exercise is, making him a lot less anxious. It's been a real good experience.
But while Roman has been getting his exercise, Judge and Lucas have been less active.
Chad is not walking all of the dogs. He's only been able to take Roman, and I do think it's important for the other two dogs to get their exercise, especially with their arthritis.
This is ridiculous, Chad. How many times do you need to be told? Judge and Lucas need to be walked regularly, and there's absolutely no excuse for not doing it.
Back at the house, there's another piece of advice that Chad has been ignoring.
Come on, Judge. Good boys.
What is he doing?
Good doggy, Lucas.
Chad, in the beginning, was very gung-ho about Victoria's rules. And then I think that he thought that he could control the situation by asking the dogs up when he wanted and having them off when he wanted. So he kind of lost sight of the primary goal being Sarah's safety.
Roman. Roman.
I can't wait to hear your excuse on this one, Chad.
When Melissa and Sarah Kate leave, Chad finds
Roman,
out how little
sit.
control he has.
Sit. No. Come on. Come on. Stop it.
This is exactly why you need to have boundaries, Chad. Can you imagine if Sarah Kate was on the bed? You and I need to have a serious chat. I'm on my way back.
Victoria is returning to Chad and Melissa's home to find out why Chad has been ignoring her advice.
Hello.
Victoria's coming today. I think we're going to be in good shape, so we're excited about it.
I've been watching your progress. First of all, Chad, Why have you not walked Judge and Lucas? And you've been walking Roman, I'll give you your due. Why not?
By the time I get home and I take Roman out and then I come back.
All these dogs need to do is get out for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That's it. Put their leashes on, their collars on, and take them out.
All right, let's do it.
While Lucas and Judge get some much-needed exercise, Victoria has some questions for Melissa.
With regards to the bedroom, why aren't you tougher about it?
Chad's just very stubborn and selfish, and that's what he wants, so that's what happens.
There was a big fight that happened on that bed. It's so obvious Chad always gets his way, but it's time that Chad grew up and see there's a reason why I'm being so serious about this. All right, how did that feel?
It felt good. They enjoyed it.
Now, we gotta tackle this bed situation. There's a reason why I said no dogs on the bed. One of them was Sarah Kate, okay, being on there. The second was Melissa said she did not want them in the bed. So why did you do it?
That's a good question. I thought I could get around it and manage it, but I couldn't.
No, you've got to listen now. No more of this, Chad. You've got to listen.
Okay.
Because that fight that happens on the bed is going to happen everywhere else.
It is.
And your little girl is going to be in the middle of it one day.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Again, I know that I'm going to go out of here and you're going to wheedle your way somehow and it's going to go back to what it was before. I'm going to put the rule in place now.
Okay.
No dogs on the bed ever at any time. Ever, ever, ever.
Deal.
That's the way.
Deal.
All right, we've got some other stuff to work
All right,
on,
let's
so
do
let's
it.
get to it.
Okay. It was wonderful, actually, to have Victoria talk to Chad in that tone of voice, because he doesn't get that a lot.
Straight away, Victoria wants to put an end to Lucas and Roman's dangerous squabbles.
I really want you to now take charge of your dogs. You're still a little bit flaky. You've shown that with the whole bedroom scenario.
Okay.
I wanted to show Chad how to train the dogs to take turns. By the dogs taking turns, that means the dogs aren't going to get jealous of each other, and that's going to limit the fights. I want you to put Roman over here,
Okay.
and I want you to make him sit.
Okay, come here, Rose. Come here, Rose. Sit. Stay.
I want you to get Lucas over to you.
Come here, Lucas.
Stay.
The plan is to teach Roman to wait while Lucas
Sit.
gets Chad's attention.
Sit. Stay. Bring Lucas over to you.
Lucas, come here.
There. Now, I want you to say Lucas's turn.
Lucas's turn.
Take over saying stay to Roman.
Roman, stay. Lucas's turn. Stay. Lucas's turn.
The purpose of taking turns is to show the dogs that they can be close to Chad when he's giving the other dog attention.
Now it's Lucas's turn to wait while Roman gets a little affection.
Okay, Roman, come here. Lucas, stay. This is Roman's turn.
Good.
Roman's turn. Yes, big doggy. Good doggy.
Lucas is more of the aggressor of the two. He's the instigator. But because he's good at waiting, I think this training is going to really work.
Now that Roman and Lucas are getting along, Victoria wants to see how Roman interacts with the other dogs in the neighborhood.
I have a person with a very calm dog up the road. And what we're going to do is we're going to see how Roman, what his greeting potential's like. Is he going to be able to greet? Roman has received no socialization. The only dogs he's ever met are Lucas and Judge. So to actually meet a dog outside, this is going to be huge. So now he's going to get a visual of Jasmine.
Roman's so big and unpredictable, and you just don't know what's going to happen. I was extremely afraid that he was going to try to eat the other dog.
He's very
But I'm not
interested.
going to stop him from pulling me.
Okay.
So as soon as Roman saw the other dog, I let him go. Say hi. Whoa. Whoa.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good play, good play. Good boy. Roman went into a play bow, and he was really excited about greeting the other dog. I love this play.
Melissa and I were just absolutely overjoyed that both of the dogs got along. Now we know that we can take Roman on walks. If we encounter other dogs, we're going to be in good shape. It was just a wonderful experience.
He wants to go out again.
Yeah,
He's wanting to go out again.
absolutely.
He likes it outside. The areas that you still got to work on, especially you, Chad, is to keep those dogs off the bed.
Yep.
Off the bed.
All times.
So important. It's so important that you step up as a leader for your dogs rather than indulging them so much. Be a leader.
Yep.
I think Chad realizes how important it is that he keeps training his dog because he's got to think of his little girl first.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
And no, you cannot go out the door with me.
Thank you.
Bye. See you.
I came into this with thinking that, you know, I kind of knew some of the things and that, you know, pets were people too, that they were pack animals. But Victoria and her positive reinforcement and understanding kind of really what her perception is of dogs' behavior has really changed my whole mindset. Good boy. Come on.
Since Victoria's been gone, you know, our lives have changed for the better. I feel 100% safer in this house with the dogs in the house with Sarah.
Roman. Good boy.
There really haven't been any more scraps in terms of for Roman and Lucas.
Roman's turn.
I think with Victoria's advice of letting them know when it's each one of those times to have, you know, kind of socialization with Melissa or I, and everything has been wonderful.
Hold on, guys. Come on. Judge.
So we've had people come over. It has not been 100% perfect, but it's certainly been much more successful than we have been in the past. No peeing.
Stay.
If we just keep working with it, we'll be in good shape.
Stay. Come on in. Stay. Good boy. Good boy. It's a good dog.
Good boy. Good boy.
Thanks for watching. If you love It's Me or the Dog and want more dog training tips and tricks, visit my official site, positively.com. And if you're interested in learning more about becoming a dog trainer, check out the Victoria Stillwell Academy. Links to both sites are in the description. I'll see you online.